Hello everyone and welcome to DIY D365. In today's video, we will talk about Dynamics 365 Wave 1 2020 release for customer service. Last week I released a video on sales for Wave 1 2020 as well. Link is coming on top right now. Try and watch that as well if you haven't yet. We will try to cover as much as possible in customer service module, but obviously I can't cover everything. So I'll provide you a link to download a PDF from Microsoft so that you can go through each and everything coming up right after the intro. Alright, so let's start with customer service preview. Before we begin, I would like to share the timeline like I did in the sales video. So the timelines are like these. Release plans were made available 27th of January 2020. Early access was available 3rd of February 2020. And the general availability of Wave 1 would be 1st April 2020 onwards. Not necessarily all the features mentioned would be released or available for early access. It's Microsoft policy, you can go and read about it. Now, in order to enable Wave 1 update, I would show you the screenshot. So you need to log into admin.powerplatform.com and then you click on environments and then select one of your environment. Production is not recommended. So you select the sandbox and click on settings, and then you click the name of your environment again. And on the right hand side, you will see these updates, which currently you see as off. Then you click on manage and switch it on. It will give you a pop-up to accept that the changes would not be rolled back. So you get that. And once you click OK, you will see something like this, that updating. The 4 core areas will be there. It might take up to 2 hours to completely update your system. Now let's look at what's there in customer service. So I've taken 2 parts. One of them I will not be able to demonstrate at all, and some bits of customer service as well I'll not be able to demonstrate. So let's cover omni-channel first. So now digital messaging supports Teams, SMS, WhatsApp, WeChat, Line as well as Twitter. Yeah, that's everything is supported. I think it's via Twilio, the third-party tool. Live chat, from a live chat you can go to a voice or video call as well, and then there are provisions for co-browse and remote assist, again with the help of third parties. It doesn't matter whether it's a third party or not, the enability of these things is important. It might help your service center a lot. So that's there. I was not able to perform these actions, and the reason being the practical scenario of having an omni-channel. So I did not have all those, so I could not demonstrate it here. Now just look at customer service. Before I jump into it, similarly customer service insights as well, because I don't have practical scenarios, AI integration or telephony integration and things like that, I couldn't demonstrate it. So I'm just covering customer service, just like what I did in the previous video, which was sales, just sales. So what has been said that there is something called agent productivity enhancement to knowledge capabilities. Obviously we're talking about knowledge articles, and let's see how it has been enhanced. So I'll go to my Wave 1 preview 2020, and that's here. And now if you look at, so there are 2 things. One, you've got a straightforward menu icon called knowledge search. So knowledge search has become much more easier for agents. So it is just like Outlook, where you can see all your emails listed here, and then on the right hand side, if you click on an email, you get to see the content of it. Similarly in knowledge articles, I'll just try to search something and show it to you. It searches. If I click on one of them, it shows me the complete article here, and then you can pop it out, send a URL, etc. So you can do all that from here. You can even click on see more results, and it will load further results for this keyword. Okay, you can apply a filter as well or sort it. Okay, so that's one enhancement. The other one is if I go to a case, and I'll compare this to the current version as well and show you how different it is. So let me go to the current version, customer service. Okay, so this is a case form, and you know the knowledge search is here. What it does is it defaults the search words to the case titles, so it is here. Now what you see here is amazing. What you get to see here, one result is there. Now you have this link this article to the current record. You can pop it out. You can also link this article to the case and send it via email and send URL. So there are 4 options right now, 1, 2, 3, and 4 to send URL. Let's click on pop out, and what it does is it's opening the knowledge article for you. Right now, this is another enhancement. Okay, I'll close it, go back to my case. Now let's go back to current version and see what's there in that. So that's the current version, and I'm on a case form. It's running a bit slow. Okay, so let's see. Currently there's only link option there. But it takes a bit of a time to load. Okay. I've changed it because I know in this instance I haven't got any knowledge articles starting with 100, so I've changed it to in, and I hope it loads soon. Okay. So all we see here is link or unlink, right? And there it's link, unlink, as well as pop out. So you can do that too, which you can do it from here as well. Let's go there. And that feature is also there. So you've got 4 options there, 1 there. So that's another enhancement. Along with that, you've got knowledge search, which is much more easier to search now. You've got just one place dedicated for knowledge search, which is good. Okay, let's go back to our slides and see what's next. Okay, next one is configure case resolution page. So let's look at it. Okay. So for case resolution page, to be able to enable that, you'll have to go to service management, and then you'll have to go to, I think it's under service configuration, and you will see a change here. So everything else is same. The last option, resolve case dialog, is you've got 3 options there: standard dialog, customizable dialog, quick create dialog. So you've got 3 options there. If you keep it as standard, it will remain the same as it is today. This kind of change was introduced in Wave 2 for opportunity close form as well. That was present under system settings. This is under service configuration. So once you do that, you'll be able to customize your form, and the case resolve or case closer dialog form would be different. At the same time, I'll try to show you what has changed here. So on the case forms, sorry, I should have checked case resolution forms, and what you see there are 3 forms now. One is a quick create form, which wasn't there in previous version. In previous versions it was only information main and resolve case quick view form. This one wasn't there, so that's also there now. So that's how probably you can customize the resolve case window. So that's another one. Going back, Enhancement in case routing rules. I'll take this one as well as automatically create and update records and enhancements and SLA together. So last two and the third one, and I'll show it to you. So earlier, these options, routing rules, automatically create and update record, were not there in Customer Service Hub. What you were doing is either going to advanced settings and then go to service management, or yeah, that was the only way to do it. So now it's under this service management itself. The enhancement is nothing, but it's the parity between the web client and the unified interface. So now these two are also there. There's no change. It works exactly the same. Well, as far as I tested it, I didn't see any change. The only change is that it's now available here, so you don't have to go to the classic interface, right? Now, looking at the third one, which was SLAs were enhanced. The only thing under SLAs I can see is that there's a resolve case dialog. Other than that, I didn't see anything. Now, that reminds me of something. If it says apply SLA, there must be SLA somewhere, which I don't see. Okay. Yeah, so I didn't see any major changes in SLA. If there are, please let me know in the comment section. As of today, I didn't see. So I've covered 3 of them now. Before that, enhancement in the queue page. The only difference I found in the queue page, let me show it to you, is when you create a queue now, you have got an option. There is a checkbox present which says to divide the work evenly. Automatic work distribution, yes or no. So if I click here, yes or no. So that the only enhancement on the queue page is related to omni-channel. So if you've got that, this would be helpful. If you haven't, it remains the same. So that's fine. Okay, again, I could not demonstrate this one, but I can tell you about it. What you'll be able to do is like Embed Canvas App. If you haven't watched Embed Canvas App's video, I'll provide a link on the top coming up right now. You'll be able to embed Canvas App where if you go to a bookable resource, you can directly enter their work hours instead of clicking on that button which says show work hours, and then you enter it and then it opens a third dialog box and things like that. So that flexibility is coming in. I'm yet to see how it works, but it's basically, if you know the entity where work hours are stored, you'll be able to create a Canvas app from your bookable resource. On the bookable resource form, just embed that Canvas app. Okay, let's look at modern email experience. Okay, so if I go back to service and let me go back to activities and I'll click on email. So basically it's a rich text email now, no more that old thing. Let me just see if I've got that. Okay. I'll have to go to another instance where I have, so how I got that back, not this instance. Let's Google Chrome this one. Okay, so the enhanced email experience, how you have to enable it or be able to access it, you'll have to go to your, what's that thing called? Model-driven apps. In one of the solutions, open and change the entity forms. So in the email, you have to include the enhanced email. That's the name of the form. Include it, save and publish, and you'll be able to see it. So let's look at activities and click on emails. So if I click on email here, you see this is from enhanced email. I'll select somebody here, subject nude, and you've got everything here. You've got everything here, hyperlink, everything, picture. I can insert an image here. It can be as simple as this. And all you have to do is click OK, and there is your image, right? So that's modern email experience. The other thing here is email engagement, but I want to show it to you from a record, how to add an email, and you will see the difference. The new experience is way better. Let me just go to 21. I think that's an order or something. Oh no. Okay, I'll have to go to accounts. Okay, copy one. I'll try to add an email from here, and you see the difference is great. So all I do is click on that button. Okay. Click on this button. Okay. Now I'll click email. For some reasons, my system is running slow. Maybe the battery is low, but this was my intent to show you that I'm on an account form. I've clicked email, and I see a pop-up and not going away from my account. So you have contextual information right here, right? And here you can type your email. Right, so you can do that and send it from here as well. So that's great. If you want to maximize it, you can do it still, but this is a great option which has been provided. So that's great. Going back to my slides, and what's next? Okay, as I told you, I'm not demonstrating new workout calendar, but I've given you a context of Canvas apps. That's what is written in the PDF as well. Now, rich text notes. Before that, I'll just do support for site entities. So if you remember, site entity you were not able to include in your sitemap or model-driven app, although you were selecting it, but you were never, it was always shown as read-only, so you couldn't do anything. I know because I've tried to use it. So that's not supported, so you'll be able to include it in your sitemap, and it will be visible if you want to create it as well. The last one is rich text notes and keyword search. Now, keyword search is still not there, but rich text notes are there. So this must be coming soon. But as of now, on the day of this video shoot, it wasn't there. Now, let's try and do a new note, right? And when I do this, now I can do all sort of things, right? You see that? Just to highlight your point, you can now create notes like this, and it would be amazing. I'm just adding it. Let's see what happens. Other than the notes, in terms of insights, if you will see, other than the insights, sorry, I didn't talk about insights at all, but if you look at this activity suggestions, now it suggests you based on what you have configured in your sales insights or customer service insights. You'll be able to see some sort of suggestions here. It's still in preview, but can you see how my note looks right now? Highlighted. So that's that. Going back, let's see if something is left or I've covered everything in terms of customer service. Now, this is all I could cover or discover while doing my research, while reading the PDF and things which interested me. So these are my top lists. I've not covered everything, as I said at the beginning of the video, but if you want to read more, I'll provide a link of Microsoft's PDF of Wave 1 release for 2020, and you can read it. If you have any comments, suggestions, do comment on the video. Give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel as well. Thank you so much for watching. Just forgot, if you haven't watched the sales one, it's also there. A video before this would be there. I'll provide a link on top. Have a great day, guys. Thank you.